Hey guys, welcome back to Food with Loin. Today I'm making a roast pork loin, and we're just going to use 4 ingredients and some oil, and we're going to bake it off in the oven. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a little rub here. Now this is about a 4-pound roast, 4.5-pound roast, and this is more pork than you'll find in a congressional relief bill. Well, maybe not that much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to do it in 2 separate portions. So the first thing I'm going to do, which I kind of went out of step on that, but my hands aren't dirty. So I'm going to make my rub, and I've started out with about a tablespoon of pepper. And now what you want is equal parts pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and salt. The pepper, all I have is a grinder. I don't have like that little box pepper. So that took about 5 minutes, so I went ahead and got that out of the way before the video. So now I'm adding about a tablespoon of salt and equal amounts of garlic powder and onion powder to my rub. The garlic powder for some reason has congealed. So, okay. There we go. And about the same amount of onion powder. And that's our rub. Okay, so we get these out of the way. And at this point you just kind of mix up your rub, whatever you got handy, fork, whatever. And this is what's going to coat our pork. So you can use whatever you want to in this. I mean, you know, this is just a basic guideline for roasting a pork loin. And as you can see, all I've got is like a glorified toaster oven. If you have a regular oven, you know, kudos, go for it. That's what I have. That's what I'm working with. So. Alright, I'm going to put this away. I'll be right back. Alright, now comes the messy part. Go ahead and take your pork out. And what I have is I have a quarter sheet pan lined with aluminum foil, and it's got a little rack to keep from sitting in the juices. I mean, you could forego the rack if you wanted to. There's no real right or wrong way to do that. And should have checked my olive oil, made sure I'd opened it, which I had not. You know, there's always something. Alright, next thing you want to do is you want to put some olive oil on your meat. You don't need this implement of death sitting right there. And once you've got your oil all over it, that's when you start applying your rub. I mean, it's a really simple process. Just get the rub all over the meat, every end, every side. And that's it. And how we're going to cook this thing is we're going to start it out at 400 degrees. I've got my oven heated up to 400. We're going to start it out at 400 and we're going to go down to 350 about 10 minutes in. This is going to allow you to get a little bit of a crust on it. Alright, we're completely coated right now. See that? So we're going to put this on our sheet pan. My hands are a mess, so I'm going to take another break. Alright, next thing we want to do is we want to get this thing up to an internal temperature of 145 degrees. And the best way to do that is with a probe thermometer. You could use a regular meat thermometer if you wanted to, but this is digital. I like it, and I can put it right where I want it, and it'll go right in the oven, and that way I don't have to mess with anything. Alright, we're all set. It's going in, and like I said, 400 to begin with. Let me put the probe on the outside in case I need a little extra room. And measure your probe outside so that you know that you're getting that probe right in the middle of the meat. All right, and the instructions are generally 20 to 30 minutes per pound. So I've got about 2 pounds in there. So that would be about 40 minutes. Just to be safe, I'm gonna give it 50. Well, 52. My oven increments at 5 minutes per time. Alexa, set timer for 45 minutes. So I want to be checking it at that point.
Starting now.
Okay, I'm sorry if I set off your Alexas. So anyway, I'm going to let this cook. I'm going to go ahead and plug in my thermometer. And if you'd like to get one of these, you can get them on Amazon. I might leave a link down below if I can remember to the one that I got. Right now I'm at 36.7 degrees. And of course, because that came out of the refrigerator just now. So you can actually take that out of the fridge an hour or so in advance, get things going. But anyway, I will be back with you in about 45 minutes or so. All right, we've reached 145 degrees, and it was actually not 45 minutes at all. It was an hour and 25 minutes. So there's a lot of variables involved in cooking your pork, and it all depends. You know, was it refrigerated? Was it not refrigerated? I'm going to go ahead and start my cooktop for my. I'm going to make some corn and some peas. But anyway, it's very important that you measure the internal temperature of your meat, because you can have meat that, you know, is cold out of the refrigerator just above freezing, and that's going to take longer. If your meat is warm, it's going to take less time. It is very important that you use some kind of thermometer in your meat to determine that your meat has reached 145 degrees. So what I'm going to do at this point, so I'm going to go ahead and take that out and cover it up with aluminum foil. I don't really have hot gloves, which I should have, but you know, it is what it is. So I'm going to use paper towels. Now at this point you want to cover this for 10 minutes. I'm going to make some corn and some peas. So I'm going to cover this right now for 10 minutes. Set timer for 10 minutes. So.
10 minutes. Starting now.
All right. And I probably don't need to teach you how to cook these. 4 to 5 minutes. Excellent. So we got 10 minutes of this waiting, 4 to 5 minutes on my corn, and I'm using canned peas. Don't hate on me on the canned peas, guys. I mean, I get it, but we're trying to keep this simple here. So at any rate, we're going to go ahead and get our vegetables going, and we'll plate this up. Okay, so my vegetables are cooked or heated or whatever, and this has been sitting about 12 minutes. Right now it's 158.2. So you're going to have some carryover heat after you get done cooking. So at this point I'm going to go ahead and pull my probe out and put this on a plate to cut. Hopefully you can see it. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut this up into slices. Peas are looking good, so I'll turn those off. And amazing crust. If I had a really sharp knife, that would come through well. Anyway, I'll go ahead and cut that up later. The rest of that. You can see what I've got going on right there. So let's do the plate up. Alright, I've got my corn, which I've added butter to. So, I'll go ahead and put some corn on there. And I've got peas. Go ahead and put some peas on there. I'm being a little sloppy because I'm trying not to get all the liquid from the peas onto the plate. I'm not doing a good job. Is what it is. Alright, there's some pork. There's some more pork. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Alright, let me move this out of the way. This is what we got. Screenshot or something like that, I don't know. There's your Glamour shot. Roast pork. Alright, let's dig in. Get a fork. Honestly, I've been waiting all day for this. Tender, delicious, tasty. You can taste the crust on the outside. Yeah, this is going to be good. I'm going to go ahead and have the rest of this over the next day or so. Might make Cuban sandwiches, cut it really thin, you know, for that. If I do, probably make a video. Alright guys, I hope you make this at home. You can do this in a bullshit oven, you know, that's like just north of a toaster oven. Just you need to make sure that your internal temperature reaches 145 degrees before you take it out. Now they can tell you 20 minutes a pound. Don't listen to that. Get a thermometer. I will put one in the description, but you can get any thermometer you want to get. I mean, just go to your grocery store and get that little dial thermometer if your eyes are good enough to read that. You know, whatever it is, make sure it's cooked properly. Add some vegetables of your choice, whatever you choose, and make a great meal. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to catch you in my next video. Thank you. Have a great day.